Hello everyone, it's Tree from Tree Gaming here, and today I'm going to bring you a start to a new series on this game called Moonlighter. It's a fantastic game. I've played it before in my own time when it came out about 2 years ago, I believe. It's one of my favorite games of all time. It's super fun. It's like a dungeon dive, market selling kind of game, and let's just hop right into it. So I'm gonna create a new game. We're just gonna do a normal. No, we'll do hard. Among the stars of the night, there is a land as old as imagination. One night, mazes full of extraordinary treasures and deadly creatures appeared in this land. They called them the dungeons, strange, ever-changing ruins of unknown lands. Soon, a village of the slightly curious took root near the dungeons they named Rhinoka. Among the settlers, two groups shine brightest, heroes and merchants, glory and riches. But the dungeons proved too dangerous. They were soon closed as too many lives were lost in their depths. Life became hard for the town, especially for the young owner of the oldest shop, Will Moonlighter, long dreaming of opening the mysterious fifth door of the dungeons. Alrighty guys, so that's a little introduction to the game. So we play as Will Moonlighter, a merchant, and also a dungeon diver. And as you can tell from the intro, okay. So as you can see from the intro, we are a merchant, but we dive into the dungeon to get goods to sell. So we gotta whoop, gotta dodge over the gaps, dodge through the dudes. But yeah, this, like I said, is one of my favorite games. I love the art style. It's just so good. And then, of course, you have your health up at the top left. And you have health potions, and you have combos, and you have your gold up at the top left. And then we have ourselves items. We can't access our backpack yet, I forgot. Let's open up this chest. What do we get? We got water lamps. Let's put those right here. Put the gold runes right here. And then put those iron ingots right there. Oh no. Whee! Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and die right here. This is an infinite little area. You're supposed to die here, so don't worry. I'm not missing out on anything. Those will keep spawning harder and harder enemies until you die. So, as you can see, once we die, we get spit out of the dungeon entrance right here. We just land on our face, just bwah! And then an old man comes to aid us. What a sorry-looking kid. All alone now. Rest for a bit, Will. I have you now. And then we wake up in our shop. And it's that simple. So, our old man Xenon, I believe is his name, is coming to check on us. Even as a mere child, barely able to walk, you are curious of the dungeons. There is no doubt you carry the same obsession as old Pete. Morning, boy. Did our little merchant bite off more than he could manage? Yes, I did. Will, listen to me. The hard truth is this. You are the last of your family, the only one left to run Moonlighter. You can't keep pushing yourself like this. Risking your life on this fifth door nonsense is foolish. just leave it. Find some artifacts, then use your pendant to get out of the dungeon. And for Kratos' sake, stop using that broom of yours, you daft boy. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. It's mine from back in the day. Use it. I have little need for it now. Hey, we got a sword and shield. Now then, get up. You're wasting light. Can't have you neglect the shop all day. Let's see if I can get through your hot head some of the tricks that I picked up from your grandfather so many, many years ago. And now we enter the shopping area. Successfully selling your merchandise takes knowledge of two things. You must know an item's value as well as its demand. Come on now, open the shop up and allow the customers in. So we just gotta go over here. Hold open shop. Okay. Now I open shop and the dudes come in. And she's happy with that price. So that face means that it's a good price. It's not too expensive or too cheap. Be sure to pay attention to your customers' expressions. That's how your grandfather always knew if his prices were fair. So as you can see right here, it's 170 instead of 100, which was the good price, so he's going to give a frowny face to let us know it's too expensive. I don't think I need to tell you how that item was obviously overpriced. Lesson learned? Yes, Xenon, it was learned. Finally, be careful of selling a popular item too much. If you flood the market, you will have to offer cheaper prices on your wares. Point is, charge higher when something is in high demand and in low supply. Take out your merchant notebook. It should hold all the information you have gathered on discovered wares and artifacts. So our notebook is right here, so now we can see the crystallized energy. 100 is a happy face, 170 is too expensive. Would seem the sun has fallen for the day. I best head off. You'll pick up more on your own, restoring the shop to its full glory. That responsibility falls to you, not I. It's in your blood, Will. Make us proud. In the meantime, why don't you try out that new sword of yours? Dungeons are more perilous at night, but one can always find better artifacts. Just don't dive too far, and use that pendant, boy. Yeah, I'm gonna try and do a voice for the elderly man, just have a little extra thing going into the videos. Go on now, these weary bones of mine must rest. And then we come over here, over to the dungeon area. But yeah, this game is just so beautiful. I love pixel art. And then we just enter into the dungeon and get sucked in by the green goop. Now, I am playing this with a controller. This is how I played with originally, but I did play it a little bit with a mouse and a keyboard, but it was way harder, so I just opted to do a controller for you guys. So as you can see, this is completely empty. We can open up a map and see all the rooms that we've discovered. And then to every dungeon there are 3 floors. And then the first 2 are, you know, your normal floors, and then the third one is your dungeon, or the head of the dungeon, like a boss. Ow. Alright, come on. Ha, 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 ha. Alright, there we go. Now we got some goblin cores, I believe those are called. Let's kite this guy over here. And we got him. Oh no. And then these little guys can just shoot in a straight line. Let's go ahead and get those guys. Oh no. And you get trapped in a room sometimes. like that until you kill all the enemies, and we'll want to pick up the jelly so that we can make potions later on. And then pop one. Go and grab these. Let's see. Pick up the sticks. To a person of hopefully far better luck than I, my time is short. I took injury from the strange creature across the room. My pendant all but shattered from the scuffle. Check him out though, I'd say I fared better than he. He caught me spying on him near the Guardian's room. He dropped a couple items when he fled, one of which is this map. Diagram? Whatever it is, I was right. They called me crazy, said old Crazy Pete done gone lost in marbles. But I was right! Each guardian of a dungeon must possess a key of sorts, all of them linked to that giant locked door outside the dungeons. The 5th door of Rhinoka. Sadly, I won't be around to see the door open. To whoever found me, I apologize for the smell. But the diagram should be around here somewhere. Please, open the 5th door of Rhinoka. These dungeons are not what they seem. Okay, so we need to... Big boss gonna kill me. I'm supposed to let them all out. Now I have to chase this weird creature that stole my stuffs. Big boss gonna be so upset with little me. Okay, so this is a map of the doors, the 4 dungeons, and then the 5th door, the very end. And then some gear. Okay, so this is just telling us how to use our pendant. So we just hold down circle, and then we get a portal that just swoops us up, and then this is all the loot that we get. So we gotta go back to our room, put some stuff on sale, and try and make some money. Whoosh. Hey. Hello, Mr. Old Man. Ah, the young proprietor of Moonlighter has returned. You look intact. Finally learned to use that pendant properly. It's about time, boy. What are you holding? Is that a chart of the dungeons? Where did you get this? You found old Pete? Dead? See, this is what happens when you chase what's behind that door. Leave it, Will. Just get the artifacts you need from the Golem dungeon, and look after Moonlighter. Now, I noticed some posts on the town board that may interest you. Some shops want to move in, attempt to revitalize this town. Apparently they need some startup capital first. Would be nice to see some new life in Rhinoka. Nice indeed. So that's one of the other mechanics, is you can buy shops to open up. Like there's a blacksmith, a potion maker, and an item seller, I believe, as well as a banker, which I'm not sure exactly what his mechanics are. But then you can also spend money and upgrade your shops, like the cash registers increase tips that you get, the bed allows you to gain armor after sleeping, and then extra chests. So we need 500 coins to open up the shop for the blacksmith, and 500 for the potion lady. So right now I'm gonna skip those because I don't have enough money. We are going to put out some of these bad boys, and I'm gonna put these for 250. Yeah, that seems fair. I'm gonna start off by selling one of these at 100, saying how that's priced, and then I'm gonna start selling these at 150 and see how that sells. So I'm gonna hold to sleep to make it morning time. Now it's early in the morning. Oh, what's over here? Okay, that's just our dungeon map. Alrighty. Do. Opening up the shop. Now it's time to make some money. Hello, weary travelers. Would you like to buy my wares? Alright, so is 100 for the water pot too much? Oh, okay. So that was a steal for him, so I'm gonna put one of these up for 250 as well. Okay, so 100 was too cheap. Oh yeah, I need to change this back to 100 because we saw 170 was way too expensive. Let's put it 110. See how they like that. So is 250 too much for the water lamp? 250 is correct. Okie dokie. So now we know that that's a good price. So we're gonna go ahead and sell that. 250 was too cheap for the gold stones. Holy cow. So I need to find some more of those, and those will be better. Still don't know about the golem cores. I'm gonna sell one of the hardened steel for 150. Actually, we'll go 250. So 250 for the gold stones was too cheap. So he was really happy with the price. So that means I need to bump up that price a little more. 150 is too much for the golem cores, so we're gonna move it down to 100. Boop. This is 250 good for the hardened steel. Oh, 250 is great for the hardened steel. Holy cow. Alright. Boop. And then, there we go. So, let's try 350. And we'll leave it at that. Oh. Sorry about that, I just smacked my mic. Okay, so 100's good for the golem course. So I'll go ahead and put those right there, and it keeps the item price that you had previously set, so you don't have to reset the item price every time. Okay, so we sold some more of our water canisters. So I'm gonna go ahead and sell those. Would you like the hardened steel, my friend? Ooh, this guy's getting the golem cores. Sell. Hello, miss. Would you like to buy some hardened steel? You seem like the kind of gal that would want to buy hardened steel. Okay, that's too expensive. So 250 was too cheap. 350 was too expensive, so we're gonna try 300. Yes, you with the big backpack. Do you want to buy some hardened steel? Eh? Yeah. So 300 is a good price. So I'm gonna go ahead and sell that. Close up the shop. Okie dokie, so we had 13 visitors. We made 2,060 gold. So that's a nice profit for tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and dump some of these resources in here. That way we have a full inventory before going into the dungeon again. And this time we actually get to explore, which is nice. Because the first time you go in, of course, you have the infinite thing where you're supposed to die. And then the second run, you always end up in that room, so you have to pend it out. But now we can actually go exploring. Into the dungeon. And these maps are procedurally generated. Ow. It's been a while since I played this, so I'm still not used to all of the controls still. So we're gonna... Alright, so we cleared that room. Oh, I hate these rooms. No, get me out! Get me out! Ow. Okay. Whew. Okay, we got an energized crystal, which is really nice. I'm just gonna go ahead and take care of you. Okie dokie, we got another energized crystal. Those sell for like $3.50 if I'm not mistaken, but they also... Okay. So, the energized crystals, they also allow you to enchant stuff later, so these have... Some of the items in the chest have specific places that you can put them in your backpack. So the ones with the little bars on the side, artifacts must be placed to the left or the right of your bag. So they have to either be placed in any of these 4 slots or any of these 4 slots. So we're going to put these right here because they're more expensive. So when you die, you keep everything that's in this top pot bar, and then everything else down here disappears, but you can recall, and that works just fine, and you keep all the stuff in your bag. But if you die, you lose all that. So you want to keep your most valuable stuff in the top, if that makes sense. So we're going to take this golem core, put it up here, because we're only sitting at like 26 health. Oh no. Oh, I forgot about these. So these are little like areas you can see when we enter the room, that little sparkle right there. That means that this room is like a special room, almost. And you can drop down. You can drop down into them, and there will be special hidden rooms, almost. So we are very low health right now. Let me see what we have in our inventory. Okay, so there's nothing that I'd really be too hard pressed to lose. So we're just gonna keep moving on. Rolling, rolling. Okay. Ow. Okay. So, we died, so we lost all of the stuff in our backpack, but we kept the golem cores and the steel ingots and the glass rods. So, we're going to go ahead and play again, just so we can get some more loot before going back to our shop. Ow. Okay, I forgot that we have a shield. Bah, bah, bah. Ooh, and we got some more of the energy crystals, which are super good. Alright, what do we get? Some fabric. Go ahead and move that over. And an ancient pot. So I'm going to go ahead and replace my jelly with that. Go ahead and grab that back out of there. Okay, so this is also like a lore room. So let's read this. Today marks my first steps into these mysterious dungeons. They were discovered not far from Rhinoka, a small and incredible charming village just north of the crater, and they are quite a unique occurrence. Any number of adventurers may enter a dungeon at once, but no one will adventure together. These dungeons seem to build themselves around the one entering, a unique maze for each person, never the same labyrinth twice. One must ask, though, if no one is currently inside the dungeon, does it even exist? Now these are the questions. Many right now are flooding to these dungeons for their treasure, completely disregarding the inherent danger of the hostile creatures inside. Just for some gold, some fame. But not I, no. It's all about the questions for me. Where did these dungeons come from? Why do they constantly shift and change? And why are they filled with unseen treasures? I'm not here for the what, I'm here for the how and why. So like I said, this is a little lore room. There's some of those on each floor of each dungeon. You just have to find them. Okay, I'm gonna drop out of there. There are little like healing rooms, kind of like in Legend of Zelda where there's the pools. But they have... Ow. They heal you up for a certain amount, and they're super, super useful. Alright. Okay. No, no, give it back. Give me back my golem core. Okay, let me go and pick up this glass rod really quick. Gonna open this. Got some foundry rests. And another ancient pot. So, I say we go into one more room. Let's check out this top room and if there's... There we go. So this is a healing portal. You go into it and you see at the top left it's filling our health back up. So that is a very useful thing to find. It only heals a certain amount. Oh, what is this? This wasn't in the game when I played it. Whoa. Holy cow. Okay, so this is what the entrance to the next floor looks like. I'm not gonna go in because I will die very quickly. But that's something new added in the game. The like guardians of the floor. That's super neat. I never knew about that, so I'm gonna heal up a little bit more. Okay. So I'm gonna go into this room here to the right. Give me those glass rods. And I'm gonna go ahead and pendant out of here. Keep our stuff. So there's two things. There's a pendant and there's a portal. The pendant pulls you out, and the portal, it pulls you out, but it leaves a portal at your shop that you can go back in to immediately where you were, which is super duper nice. So let's go ahead and go in here. I'm gonna sell the golem cores, and I'm going to sell the crystallized energy. I'm gonna keep the foundry rests for right now, and I'm going to go buy my dude Vulcan. Oh, sorry, hit my mic again there. So he moves in, and then we can see what we can make over there. Hello, good sir. Ah, you must be Will, no? The one who requested my forge? My name is Andre, Forge Master Extraordinaire. If it's weapons or armor you seek, Vulcan's Forge is the place. So here we can make armor, different tiers, and they give you extra health and extra shields. And then here is where you have your weapons. So let's see what we need to make some weapons. My favorite weapon in my playthrough was the spears. They're super cool. They have some effects that you can do. So let's see what we need for this. We need stuff that we don't currently have. What do we need for this? We need one more foundry rest. Dang it. Okay, so if we find a foundry rest, we definitely need to keep that. Iron helmet. Okay, we don't have enough gold to make that, so we'll leave that for right now. Let's see if we can upgrade our shop. Okay, we don't have enough to upgrade any of those, but those are very important because those will let you make extra money than you would anyway, so it's a fast way to make some money. So we're gonna go ahead and hold sleep. And then we are going to also test the waters with our crystals here. We're going to start it at 350. I also need to deposit all of this stuff. Hold open. Hello, welcome to my shop. So that's the name of the shop, Moonlighter. The name of the game is also the name of the shop that we inherited because that's our last name. Come, look at my wares and feast upon the glory of them, I guess. Okay, so she's taking the golem cores, he's taking the energized crystals. So we just made some good money there. No, I just want to see if anybody bites on this energized crystal. You want to look at the crystal? Come on. Yes. Oh, very angry. Okay. Let's try 250. Do you like 250? 250, 250. Anybody want to buy it for 250? 250. I repeat, 250. What does this guy think? Still very angry. Okay. So those aren't worth a whole lot, and I know you use them for enchanting later. So I'm just going to go ahead and hold on to that. I might sell these hardened steels. Or is that what they're called? Yeah, hardened steel. So I'll place that right there. And see if anybody wants to buy that. Yep, he's happy with that. So I will sell, and then I'm gonna close up shop. Alright, so that's where I'm gonna leave today's episode. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like, and if you aren't, please hit that subscribe button. It just lets me know you're interested, and I'll keep making content for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.